Hey, you! You're listening to the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed because you're an untouchable success. To support us and gain access to great exclusive shows like our brand new Supernatural watch-along Himboos, head over to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. You'll also get your lucky little mitts on hundreds of episodes of our other exclusive shows like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Star Trek The Next Futurama, Spiel Boys, and the complete series of Fox Mulder is a Maniac. We do movie nights, game streaming, regular mini-series and surprise shows, and you can even commission your own podcast about anything you want, within reason. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain by heading to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed. Probably don't need help with that word.
Who the hell am I?
I'm a construction worker.
I have to go to the bathroom. I said, be right back.
I'm a cop, you idiot!
Pastor.
Oh! I'm Detective John Kimball.
Who is your daddy?
Answer the question!
And what does he do?
Put that cookie down! Now!
Vroom vroom. That's the sound of our car going into the Mr. Universe. We didn't have a story for this one. We're not getting in the time machine.
What would be our DeLorean? What would be Arnold's DeLorean? An H2?
It'd be one of those shitty cars you see driving around on the PCH all the time. Arnold is like a Sasquatch in Los Angeles, where like everybody seems to have a story about him as a photograph bad driver.
Of him and blurry photograph. Yeah. No, he's like apparently a real piece of shit behind the wheel, like a real dickhead.
Yeah, that's again. That's just the lore I
think
told,
Jeff's had a driving encounter. I think Arnold.
Connor has. There's multiple people I know who's been like.
If you've driven on the PCH enough times,
yeah, he's like Sweet Tooth, just tooling around.
Yeah, it's like wandering around hills in Ireland. You're gonna find a leprechaun eventually.
Exactly.
You're gonna run into a Schwarzenegger. Yeah, it's science.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
To another episode of Into the Mr. Universe. God, we've had so many episodes.
How many of these have we done?
Over 30, I want to say. But I don't know for sure.
That's a lot.
And yeah, and big old thank you
to
to our
producer.
Arnold. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of Arnold. And big thank you to Norm from Cheers for this undertaking. Thank you so much. This has been a blast.
Yeah, this has been one of my favorite things to do. I'm always excited when we get any one of these.
Yes, and like we're slowly going to peter these out only because we're running out of Arnold movies. Penis? What?
Peter. Slowly peter this out.
That threw me off. We'll go out with a bang, but that isn't this one. This isn't a bang. This is the opposite of a bang.
No, this is the opposite of a bang.
This is 2017's Killing Gunther.
Woof.
A movie I had not seen. You had seen. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had seen this once back closer to when it came out.
Okay. This is a mockumentary.
I don't remember what possessed me to watch it.
I don't know. So I'll just say at the top of this, if it wasn't for a podcast, I don't think I would have got through 10 minutes of this, maybe less. Like this was one that I was like immediately bummed.
I forget why I kept going through this. I think it might have been for Collider. I think it was.
Maybe.
I was trying to get through a bunch of Schwarzenegger's films. And yeah, this is pretty bleak. I'm doing a little bit of reading as we're going through this introduction, just looking up different members of the cast. Boy, oh boy, Dave.
There's some stuff. I lost steam in some certain way. Like when we get to the best side characters, I don't really. I just like lost all will to like deal. Like
I have one or two definite picks for that.
Okay, good. I just So for people who don't know, we're going to talk about the plot. We're going to do our technically not Arnold, talk about him as a character.
Yeah, who
not
Arnold is in this, what this multiverse variant of Arnold is.
Yes.
According to the premise.
Definitely not Arnold, best side characters, the most Arnold moment, and then we'll give it our classic rating system of Mission Impossible masks. And that's it. But
fleshy masks.
Yeah. This is like, so this was written, directed, and starred in by Taron Killam.
Yep.
Saturday
Night Live's Taron Killam.
I didn't know who this guy was.
Oh, you know
and I
him?
look
Okay.
him up. I look him up and I'm like, he's been in 120 episodes of SNL.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fucking what?
He's briefly on Mad TV.
All right. Well,
He's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Listen, if you're Taron Killam, just stop listening to this.
Oh, buddy.
It's not going to be good.
Please, turn it off, man. Just turn it off.
Yeah, because this is the only thing I know about him, and I feel very hostile
Ooh,
against
he's apparently
this
in
movie.
the new River Wild, Dave. So if we do our River Wild double feature night, we'll get to experience him again.
That might make up for this.
It might.
Yeah.
It could.
Because I thought this movie was a fart, and it feels like it all falls on him.
Yeah, it really does. Oh, he's in Naked Gun 33 and a third, Dave.
Shit.
As a little boy.
Yeah.
Boy at Geriatric Park, it says.
Oh, I remember Geriatric Park. It's one of the Oscar movies.
Yes, that's right. You're right. Yes, that is right. I need to watch that again. Okay, anyway, back to Killing Gunther.
I can't believe you had to watch this more than once.
I've seen it twice now.
So for people who don't know, it's 2017. Let's make a mockumentary, and I'll just say broad strokes. Everything in it was a worse version. Yeah, it was a worse version of a joke I had seen. We had already done What We Do in the Shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Christopher Guest, and it feels like this guy. I assume this was pitched to SNL, and maybe it could have been a 2-minute sketch.
This feels like a sketch, or even a series of sketches that went on for too long.
Right, and I feel like this guy heard the word no and went like, screw. Like, I think he pitched it to SNL as an SNL movie. I mean, like, I think this was
probably, yeah, because this was released by Saban Films, and I think he had to pay for it with his own money.
Right, and it feels like a guy who is like, I can do this. I can write this, I can direct, I can perform, and I disagree with him.
I don't believe that's true.
It's
I remember it feeling dated when I saw it for the first time, and it's just even more dated now. Like it was a mockumentary was groan-inducing then,
right?
Like it's already.
This is a mockumentary like the Pyramids of Found Footage, where I mean is that it's not actually shot like a mockumentary. Like there'll be sudden like changes of shots to like dynamic shots where it feels like they just wanted a way to cheaply make a movie, so they called it a mockumentary and had them talk to the camera and do interviews. But there's scenes where it's like, wait, did the cameraman quickly like change shots? Are there like 5 cameramen in this room that we're switching from?
Mm-hmm.
It feels more
There's
like
a lot of coverage.
It feels, for that reason, it feels like a very amateur film instead.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Did you notice a weird lack of like extras at times and background noises and like there's like, for example, when they're in the hotel room, there's like guns going off and stuff, and it's dead silent otherwise. There's no one like banging the walls or going, what's going on in there? When the car explosion scene happens, it's just like there's
nobody in the street,
running. There's a lot of like little things like that where you watch a scene where they're like, not always, like sometimes they know, but there's scenes where they're like in a city and you can't really hear the cars going by or anything. It doesn't sound like a documentary. Like it doesn't have like the sound design is very lacking. There's a lot of little things like that where you're like, it's
very
bad.
amateurish. Yeah, it's like badly made. In addition to being badly conceived, in my opinion.
Yes.
Like it's just found footage is a cheap way to make a movie. It's an easy way to make something. It's an easy way to cheat around writing a lot.
Yes.
Not that I am taking away from the art of making a good mockumentary and all the great ones that have come before this. It's just like this is such a marriage of two film school ideas, like of the worst eye-rolly film school ideas, which is the hitman idea and the mockumentary idea.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's like both of these ideas like took over every aspiring independent filmmakers, like
Yes.
of their respective eras.
Yeah, and in the mockumentary about Hitmen, it's not like, I think they thought they were doing like What We Do in the Shadows,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, they're hitmen, but they talk funny or something like that. But the thing is, there's no preconceived thought of what a hitman is. For example, later he like sings karaoke in one scene, and it's so boring that they have to like cut away to a montage because there's nothing fundamentally funny about a hitman singing karaoke, because a hitman isn't anything. And so then you put like the Night of the Town scene where they're all partying, getting drunk. Put that next to like What We Do in the Shadows, where they go out and get drunk, and with the Baron, that has it's performed better in What We Do in the Shadows, but conceptually it's also funny.
Better, yeah,
yeah,
just at every stage.
The idea is they're out of time.
Yeah.
They're weirdos. Like hitmen aren't a thing that we have a preconceived notion about.
Not
that
really.
It's simply funny to watch them exist. You know what I mean?
Like it runs out of steam even with that. Like in its cast of characters. Like the idea it starts to present is like, oh, we're going to have a cast of characters that sort of fills in all the different tropes of hitmen, and then they sort of run out of tropes after one character.
Yes, they sure do.
It's like we have the bomb guy, we have the poison guy, then we've got the Russians. Then we just got this lady. We just got this other lady. Then we just got me.
Right. And the problem.
We got the nerd who's not like a hitman. He's just like a computer guy.
Right. And it's just like, sure.
It's like, what is this?
And I think about like Brock Sampson, Venture Brothers, where it's like one of the fun things about Brock Sampson and what's her name, Molotov Cocktease, great name, is watching these stereotype assassins, these Bond assassins, deal with like the Venture Brothers, right? And they would do the thing where they take these assassin, larger than life Bond villains, and they put them in everyday situations, and it can be funny. This is like they don't present them as that kind of assassin. They're
not
presented
really.
as like
they like dip a toe in that, but it's not.
Yeah,
they don't really commit to that because that's not really what they're going for. But they don't. But there's not really any like you're saying. There's not really any identified or universal like hitman tropes.
Yeah,
really, not really,
not really that they're playing off of. Not really.
No.
And there's a very classic idea of like a bunch of amateurs dealing with this guy who's better than them. I feel like is a comedy trope. There's a lot of stuff. There's hints of master of disguise in this.
Yes, because it's going for Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
But yeah, falls into a lot of goodness. Yeah, there's so many master of disguise jokes.
I know. And the other problem with this, and nothing against these people, like Bobby Moynihan, I'm sure I've seen him do great comedic stuff. I'm not a big fan of him, but I recognize him as like, oh yeah, I know him, Yeah. And like nothing against, I know what's her name is in this.
Kobe Smulders.
Kobe Smulders, yeah.
You know why she's in this?
Because she's married to him.
Because she's married to Tarantino.
I know, and even she felt like she was like, I don't want to be in it that much.
And I clearly want to wear my own clothing.
Right. This is it's all to say, I feel like we're seeing the difference between a comedic actor and a comedian. And what I mean by that is like you get Christopher Guest and he gets all his people together. They're all like good writers. They can improv. They can think on the fly. Yeah. And they're performers. This, it felt like Colby Smulders is like, I know her from sitcom.
The third Smothers brother.
She's good on How I Met Your Mother, but she's clearly a sitcom actress who's like getting fed lines. She's not improvising.
No.
And it's all to say, it feels like he got a bunch of people together and thought like they'll be funny. And no one was funny. No one was like improvising. No one was really like cooking. No one was really like doing anything funny. And it was like,
the two people who made me laugh were Bobby Moynihan and Allison Tolman.
Yeah. Who's Allison Tolman?
She's the Russian in the Russian Pair. She's from the first season of Fargo.
Yeah, she's an actress.
Yeah.
She's not like necessarily a writer, but it does, and we'll get to Arnold. I was saying my favorite performance in this is Arnold.
Is Arnold, yeah.
And my favorite comedic performance is Arnold, and that's Arnold, bad. Yeah. That's bad for this movie.
Oh boy.
Where it's like nobody is. Yeah, I think there was like one line that made me go like, "Oh, that's kind of funny."
Yeah, like there was one or two little off things that Bobby Moynihan would like squeeze in there. You can tell this is mostly improv. I can't remember any of them, but the laughs that I got were from the Hitmen, were from him and Alison Tolman.
Right. And so I just think that this guy looked at Christopher Guest and he's like, he's in his movies, he writes and directs them. Why not me?
Yeah.
But he strikes me as just but he strikes me as more of an actor than a writer, as evidenced by this movie, where I was like, I don't think this guy knows what funny is.
Yeah, the joke. Yeah, it's the jokes are bad. I guess he understands jokes, and like
that's
we keep like there.
That's the thing is
it's just, man, I'm trying to find a way to articulate it. Yeah, it's just not good enough. Like,
and that's what I mean. Is there was a few jokes where I went like, well, that was badly done. But a lot of them, I'm like, yes, that's a joke, technically.
Yeah,
that is set up.
That is a joke. Payoff. Yeah, I'm not laughing because I've seen this joke 1,000 times.
Yeah, they do.
But there it is. That's a joke. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, they do the enhanced joke.
And those jokes like that, they do. I had this problem. I remember talking about Zombieland did this, where Zombieland took a joke from Shaun of the Dead, which is the group running into a group that's exactly like them, and did it worse. And they did it worse by like really taking a bow for it. Like if you remember Shaun of the Dead, it's like a beat, right? They all pass each other, they all like greet each other, and like the observation is there. Zombieland did this thing where they all stopped and went, wait, isn't it weird how we're all like similar?
It's an entire scene.
Yeah, and it's like you're patting yourself on the back for a thing you wrote that you intentionally made that way. The Monopoly Man problem, to quote Dan Harmon, which is Ace Ventura walks up to a man that they dressed like the Monopoly Man and goes, "It's the Monopoly Man," and it's like, yeah, because you made him look like that.
Because you wrote into the script, and there's a guy at the party who looks like the Monopoly Man.
Right, there's nothing witty about that.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of that where they do like enhance, but then they spend more time on it.
Yeah.
Like where they go like, you can't enhance.
Like Super Troopers joke. Like it's, like what you were saying with the Zombieland gag. They did the Shaun of the Dead thing 15 years after Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, and it's longer.
Same span of time. Like the enhanced jokes in Super Troopers. That's from 2002. This is 2017. Exactly. So 15 years.
He says, "Boom goes the dynamite" at one point. And I was like, really?
I get that choice. I didn't laugh at it, but I understand the choice. I don't think we're supposed to be laughing at that. I think we're supposed to be laughing at Bobby Moynihan's character saying that as a cool thing to say.
Yeah.
Because of the type of person he is. Because he's playing like this weird loser.
Yeah. I'll tell you the one joke that made me laugh. That I wrote that's funny. Is when he's dressed as a lady in disguise.
He turns around.
And he has the hat on under his wig.
I guffaw.
That's funny.
I guffaw.
Yeah. That's good. I like that.
I made a noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the couple of ones that got me from him.
But mostly, yeah. It's just that, like, this failed as an action film or on a filmmaking level. It fails as a comedy level.
It feels very vain. Like, this feels like such a vanity project. Because like so much of what Arnold says and does in this movie are references to Arnold movies. And it seems like when we get to the end of the movie where Taron Killam's character Blake finally fights Gunther, I just kept thinking to myself, boy, did he do this entire movie just so he could write a fight scene for himself with Arnold Schwarzenegger to fulfill like some boyhood dream of his? Because that's what it feels like.
Before I looked him up, I assumed this was just made by a very rich guy who wanted to make a movie. And
Taron
I guess
Killam.
that is. Yeah, I guess that is. I just didn't realize he had a career. I thought this was like a
I think he
Neil
fits.
Breen situation.
No. I think he fits the definition of a very rich guy.
Yeah,
He was on SNL for many years.
I think it's what I said. I think he was like, I want to be like the next Dana Carvey. I want to make an SNL movie, a Wayne's World. And then SNL was like, no, we don't like this. And he went, I'll make it myself.
This is very, very bad, Taryn.
Yeah. Taryn, we could, again, maybe make a sketch out of this. Maybe. Like, even as a sketch,
bad.
I'm like, this is thin. And it does feel like a vanity project.
It does. It really does.
Check me
man.
out. I get to do action scenes and like direct and do all these oneers that aren't good enough. Again, it's all not good enough where it's like, I see that you want to do a oneer here. Like they have that action oneer scene in The Office.
I didn't even notice them. Oh, in The Office.
Yeah, it's just not good enough.
It was confusing.
Right.
Like it's just confusing because notably, every time they're chasing Gunther, it's obviously not Arnold Schwarzenegger because they only had Arnold for, I guess, a very specific couple of days. Looks like 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they went to his house.
Well, no, they have him at a couple locations, actually. I don't know. Anyway, he's in the movie about 12 minutes, and he's in maybe 5 locations, but they could just be turning the camera around in the same location. I don't know.
The part where at the end where he's like, I'm at this mansion, I'm like, I bet that's the same house. Mansion.
That's the same house. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like we see him on top of the roof when he shoots the rocket launcher. We see him in front of the hospital.
Right. I assume that's a lot of green screen.
That's I assume that was the reason for a lot of the missing extras and no traffic sounds.
Yeah.
I mean, like the cars exploding on the street is obviously a lot of green screen.
It's very fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but like, all right, for example, in the hotel, it would cost him nothing to add screaming through the walls and people going like, what's going on? You could even add
sirens.
Jokes. Yeah, it costs him nothing. Well, it costs him very little to say like, I'm going to add sound effects, you know, to this scene. So that's the stuff where I'm like, that's a skill issue. That's not a budget issue. You can do that. To add like better sound effects throughout where like when he goes to I don't know. There's a lot of this where it's, again, like the sound is like a movie where the sound is crisp, isolated. It doesn't feel like a mockumentary.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not using sound in any comedic way in ways you could, like, where it's like when he goes to live at what's his name? Gabe's house.
Gabe, yeah, the nerd.
You can do stuff like have sounds of the subway going by outside, have it be like more of a miserable situation when he's living there. As, like, just, it was so many scenes were like dead silence. And just dialogue.
He does it
and
once.
You can really feel it.
He does it one time in the hospital when Gabe uses the water fountain. And he's like, do you mind? We're trying to do a thing. And then Gabe stops. And then the compressor kicks on to chill the water in the water fountain. So that's making the noise last longer. It's like, that's the only time they recognize that it's the mockumentary format.
Right. There's just, again, it's just not from a filmmaking perspective. It was just like, I don't know, think about this a little more. Like, it's not terrible, but it was just like, it's very blah and it feels very amateur. Like, it feels like an amateur film.
It's focused on the wrong things.
Yeah.
It really does. It feels like a vanity project. Also, it's deeply racist.
Yeah.
There's a whole hilarious running gag about an honor killing.
I forgot about that. You're right. That's fucked up.
By, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, it's just, we can talk about the plot. It's fucking a group of hitmen, and they all want to kill Gunther because he's a jerk. And like I said, there's a series of bits. They all fall flat. There's like a nerd friend who's supposed to, he's like, again, they're like, we need a Colin Robinson type or something like that. So there's just Gabe who's like, they're trying to do the thing where there's like one of them doesn't seem like the others. You know what I mean? Where it's like a group of vampires and then some guy.
Yeah. Like he's out of place deliberately. But then why is he there?
Too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like Gabe, he's like a hacker. And it's like, okay. Again, no one has anything funny to do. There's the old guy who keeps dying in exactly the times that you assume that's gonna happen.
Right. Precisely when you know he's gonna die.
They get attacked. We don't. I still don't understand why Blake's the main guy, wants this documentary, but he's like threatening the crew.
He wants them to film him killing Gunther because Gunther's the greatest assassin, and he wants to be the greatest assassin. But we learn that it's actually because Gunther stole his girlfriend.
Right. They go to a gun store, and that was another one where... Oh, yeah, I want to note that there's a lot of setups where they'll just, like, cut to two characters talking on the side, and I'm like, why was the documentary shooting this conversation on the side? There's a lot of that. Again, there's, like, when he gives her his letters, they shoot it from afar, like they're spying, and then they cut to her just in her house opening the letters, and I'm like, did they go in for that? Because they don't... again, it's like it's not really a documentary or a mockumentary. They all show up in Miami. They have disguises. There's no bits for the disguise bits. It's just like...
there's a bit that Gabe is gothed out.
Yeah, they're dressed up funny.
Yeah.
Cool. They wait in the van to go... I don't even remember where they're going. They just go... They're going into this office to get Gunther.
Yeah,
right?
They keep trying to ambush Gunther, and he keeps killing them and outsmarting them.
Right, and then they have the one-er action bit in the office where Gunther is conveniently wearing the main character's face.
Yeah.
Because they needed to write around Arnold.
Yeah.
Then they go to his, like... Where do they go to, like, his... It's like his agent's house. They go to blow up the car. And we get the car.
He goes to a doctor. They trace him to a doctor because one of the characters, Sana, shoots him. She's the subject of the honor killing.
Right.
That's hilariously the through line through the film.
Right.
Portrayed by her father, who is the Greek voice actor of Goku on Dragon Ball Z.
All right, why not?
Yeah, it's there, yeah.
Sure. Right, and then Donnie, the weapons expert, tries to blow up the car, and all the other cars explode.
Yep,
There's a lot of stretching. Like the blowing up sequence is like a 5-minute sequence of them just kind of running from CGI explosions. They go in an alleyway, and I was sitting there like, are they all trying to think up a joke right now? Because they all just stand there.
There's more explosions going off.
Right, and they hear those, yeah.
Yeah.
Then he says, I think it's done, and the dumpster explodes, which is a joke, I guess. You know, it's a lot of that, where I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
It is a joke. It's a very, very old one.
Yep. Then the snake guy...
It's a Scooby-Doo joke, in fact.
Bobby Moynihan pisses himself, and it's not even played like a joke. He just seems scared. And I was like,
he just pisses himself in shame and terror.
Yeah, and it's like, maybe do something with that.
I guess that could have been funny, but you decided to play it for real. I don't know why.
Yeah. And then they open the trunk, and there's snakes in there, CGI snakes. And this was one of the jokes that I was like, this didn't work. Where the guy who poisons people gets bit by the snake. And then he goes, is this what poison feels like? This sucks, and dies? And I was like, I think the idea there was that he spends his life poisoning people. He didn't realize it was bad. Or like this bad. But it's just like, I don't know.
It's also a Family Guy joke.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
It's just like, you know, like, I don't know. Like there's with the guy stabbing himself. Is that what that feels like?
Right. And then there's like they start. A lot of this felt like little kids playing in the backyard where they're just sort of running around shooting, and like I was just like, this scene is still going, and they're just like kind of running around like pew 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 pew.
Yeah.
Oh, he's over there. Oh, he's now over there. And I couldn't keep track because it was like the idea is he's supposed to be such a good assassin that he's like everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just like we don't see him. So it's just them shooting at things that we don't see.
Yeah, it's not dissimilar from Mountain Monsters in that regard.
You're right.
But yeah, no, you're right. It does have that amateurish feeling of just a bunch of you and your high school friends just getting let's film something. We got a camera. Let's film something.
Yeah,
just run around outside and film something for an hour or two. Fighting Predator. some goofball
Yeah.
sketch or whatever.
They're running around this deserted street, not telling a single joke for like so long, and then they finally blow up his car, and they're like, "We got him." It really is Mountain Monsters to me too, because it feels like it's that level of like, "Well, we did it," and it's like I didn't see anything.
I didn't see
really.
anything happen.
Yeah,
I saw some flames in a dumpster,
yeah,
a literal dumpster fire.
you're right.
They blow up 2 people in the car, and they're like, "Yeah, there's 2 bodies in the car. We don't see them."
Right. They go play. They do karaoke.
So they go to karaoke.
And again, it's just people getting drunk at a bar. It's not like funny. It's like a group of people getting drunk and they sing karaoke. I kept thinking of like stuff like The Cable Guy, where it's like you can make karaoke funny.
Or weird,
I just don't like this guy. Like he seems to think that saying something louder makes it funnier a lot. I noticed that.
There is a lot of that, yeah. There's a lot of... He does a lot of angry guy.
Yeah.
And that's...
But not fun.
That's like the worst... Well, maybe not the worst instinct, but it's like a bad improv instinct, and you can always sort of tell somebody who's either like not skilled or not comfortable or hasn't really been coached in the right way for the scene. Like that's often what they'll fall back on is you know what I mean?
Angry/dumb is a very hard combination. The only time I liked it is maybe Happy Gilmore, and that's because they introduce enough pricks that you're like, you should punch that guy and rip off his shirt.
Yeah.
And then he does it, and I'm like, oh, it's funny. And he it's...
Well, and then also that's like Happy Gilmore's written. I'm talking about specifically in improv. Like when you're doing an improv scene, when somebody falls into the angry character, it's like, what do you mean? It's like it doesn't really keep the bit going, and it's you see it a lot when like sort of like celebrities that aren't like comedians or comedic actors are sort of like forced into these kinds of like when they have to do like a skit or something on the Oscars or something, and it just sort of falls apart. And like Taran Killam is a person who shouldn't feel that way, right? Like he's a sketch comedy veteran. But
well, this is what I mean, where it's like, for example, myself, I couldn't do this performance either. But I know that about myself. I'm not an artist, or I'm not an actor. I'm not an improv comedian, right? Like, I can be myself on a podcast and I can write things.
Yeah.
But I know that this feels like a guy.
Those are my limitations as well. Yes.
Yeah. This is a man who didn't know his limitations, who was like, I can do this. I can be Christopher Guest. And it's just clear, like, maybe if you worked at it, you know, everybody has the capability to improve. It feels like he probably should have listened to the people around him.
Yeah, he's like just comparing it to like Viago in What We Do in the Shadows. Like Viago doesn't spend the movie being angry and combative with everyone in every scene. Like that's not how they keep the scene going.
Yes. It's very It makes it uncomfortable where you're like, this guy just feels hostile.
He shuts
and weird.
bits down too. If you're always like trying to be the smart and indignant, you sort of clip all these bits' wings, and then also he's trying to be the dumb. It's just it's not an appealing performance at all.
No. We go to the hotel. They're all like, we did it. There's gunshots. Again, there's no sound effects. No screaming. Gunther kills a couple of them. They wake up Dane, who has a sleep apnea mask, and then they go, "Is that a sleep apnea mask? Isn't that funny?" Again, they call it. It's like that's a joke I've seen already, but at least don't like then go look at the thing we did. So basically, Gunther's still alive. He goes to stay at Dane's place because I think people are after him. There's Jewel, who's at Dane's place. They don't do any jokes here. Dane's
Not really.
place.
I guess their joke is that Gabe fucks.
Right. Oh, is his name Gabe? I wrote Dane.
No, Gabe. Gabe is the nerd. Their beloved nerd.
I just
who answers his hotel room door in his sleep apnea mask. Just
And again, they go, "Is that a sleep apnea mask?" And then that's the joke.
But he says,
Here,
what
when
is
he's
that?
like-
He's like, my sleep apnea mask. You wouldn't answer the door in it. And also, it's like, what? Is that a nerd thing?
Yeah, no, it's not.
That
He's an and then the idea that he fucks, I was like, who cares? And Jewel has a bit where she's like, I don't like the energy in your apartment, and that's it. And I was like, is that a joke? There's a lot of lines where I'm like, is that a joke?
was that meant to be funny?
Right. He goes to Lisa. That's
Kobe Smulders.
She reads, and they cut to her reading the thing I already talked about, where like they remember their documentary briefly, so they do that shot from afar.
Yeah, and it does genuinely seem like they went like, oh, we should get that one shot that's in documentaries, because it makes it feel like artistic and more authentic as a documentary.
Yeah. Ashley is the old guy. He finally dies. Exactly
Sure
when you
does.
assume he's gonna. And then there's like explosion at his.
Gunther blows up his casket at his funeral. The headstone crushes Gabe. Dear sweet
That's when
Gabe.
like the cameraman like does like a dive shot to get like this reaction. This is where I was like, these are the parts where it's like that's not how a mockumentary would look. Like the cameramen are like trying to get dynamic shots during the explosion, and it's like, no, the cameraman would be running. Again, another thing like what we do in the shadows understood, right? Which is like, I know that in general it's a fantasy, right?
Yeah.
And what we do in the shadows, the cameramen are filming murders by vampires.
Yeah.
But they still would at least like recognize moments where it's like, it's funny to have the camera people like freak out here. Or like they still like kept track of where because they probably shot it that way.
You don't acknowledge they're there unless it's funny.
Yeah.
And like this movie does it constantly.
Yeah. We got a SEAL Team 6 sequence where they raid Gunther's house. I noted that when they open a door and go, why is there an elevator in their house? And then they move on. I was like, is that a joke? There's, again, a lot of those moments where I was like, what? What? All right. And then finally we got Arnold.
Yep.
Who also is shooting a documentary.
Yeah, that's the big reveal, is that he's been filming his own counter documentary the whole time to make them look like big dumb idiots.
Right.
And he's like, you can leave me alone now. Good?
Another joke I liked is them casually pointing guns at each other well into the next scene. I thought that could have been done better, but I like that idea that they just never, like, they're just sitting around talking and they're still just
everybody pointing guns at each other.
Yeah. I feel like that might have been done. Like I'm thinking of Vacation, where he has John Candy and they're going around in the amusement park.
You could have done.
Like there's still versions of that.
But he gives them the option of, you can stop chasing me now and give up Hit Manning for good, and I'll leave you be. And Bobby Moynihan and Sana are like, sure, we'll stop. Because they boned after karaoke and now they're together, and that's why her father is chasing him for an honor killing.
Right, which is a joke from the other guys, where the guy's still chasing them.
I guess
it's not a bad joke. The idea that he keeps coming out of nowhere, like chasing him, but the other guys did that, I believe, where the guy's chasing them and then they're parked. And they're talking, and then the guy runs up because he ran the whole way there.
Oh, I don't remember that bit. Yeah.
Oh.
I guess I'm stuck on how racist it is.
Oh yeah, it's pretty racist.
Just like how casually racist this fun running gag they decided to have in their movie.
I'm talking about the literal running gag they do is
of having
also something from something else.
It's been done, but you can still do it, and it's still funny.
Yeah, this wasn't though.
No, you're doing the worst dated versions of all of these jokes.
And then he fights him, and then he gets away. He like vanishes, like literally
in a helicopter. And then Taron Killam says he got to the chopper.
Yes, he does say that. And again, they're doing that thing where this felt very Master of Disguise, that cartoonishly fast thing where he's like and gone. Mm-hmm. And it was like, is this a cartoon or not? That thing.
It's very Looney Tunes.
Yeah. Cut to 1 year later, and I was like, Jesus Christ. I want
this to end.
Yeah. Yeah. and they're doing character stuff about like Bobby Moynihan and his relationship, and I'm like, I don't fucking care, man. Like, they had a kid, great.
Yeah, no, he converted to Islam, so now her dad won't murder him.
Right. And then we cut to Gunther, and he's in the same house, but they say it's another house. And he is like, haha, whatever. And then he gets shot by our main character in a very fake beard from afar. And then he sees that Gunther has a bomb on him, and he explodes. It was like, not even like, where it's like, I thought maybe at least he's the cameraman or something, you know? Where it was like, oh, the bit is he like disguised himself as the crew.
Mm-hmm.
But then he just sort of runs from the background, and then you see that the crew is the same crew from before. And then the movie ends.
Mercifully.
Yeah.
Although he
Anything
does
to
come
add,
back
Tom?
in a press conference.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. Did you watch through the
I
credits?
shut that movie right
Oh,
off.
yeah. You see, like, the cops show up to collect all the debris, and then it cuts to a press conference with the police in Austria, and then you see Arnold in the press pool wearing a fake beard, disguised as a reporter. Dave.
Cool. Cool. I'm so tired of this movie. I can't believe you watched it twice.
I've seen it twice. It's terrible.
Yeah. I think maybe you had forgotten about it enough because, like, if someone was like, you need to watch this again, I would do anything I could not to. I would really not want to watch this movie again.
Well, I did it for you.
I know.
You
did it for Norm.
And for Norm. Mostly
Yeah.
for Norm.
Should we talk about
But also
technically
for
not
you.
Arnold?
I didn't want you to do this alone. Yeah, let's definitely talk about Gunther.
Best part of the movie.
Oh, yeah. He comes on. He is fully just playing Arnold from Pumping Iron.
Yes!
He's
I wrote
just
that.
Arnold
I was like,
from
he's
Pumping
just pranking them.
Yeah. Look at these idiots.
They
He's
think they're
just
trying
prick.
to kill me. I'm not sure why. I was like, why are you trying to kill me? At first I was mad, but now I'm like, I'm going to make a documentary, and you look so stupid.
This is the shame, is that I think there's a meta idea of this movie that's not bad, which is he's the hot shot, he's Arnold, everybody's trying to take him down. And it's very meta, you know, like, oh, we're all trying to get this guy. And it's like meta in the sense of like we're trying to get him in our film, and like
Yeah.
and like we're all like want to be the action guy. And he's just punking them. It's just, I noted the scene where they show him the montage of him watching the other stuff happen,
Mm-hmm.
and it's clear that they didn't give him anything to do because he just keeps going like, "Oh, did that snake bite that guy? Oh, look at that! That car blew up."
Ugh.
And it like he's not
They
saying
blow
any
up my
jokes.
assistant. Hang on, let me
Yeah.
call the FBI. Hello, FBI. I have a hitman to report. They put me
He's
on
not
hold.
doing any jokes.
I'm going to
He's
report
just-
the hitman.
He's just sort of commenting.
He's also like, he's got his hair gelled up like he's a VH1 fuckboy from the mid-aughts.
Yeah.
Like, and he's wearing these shirts. He looks amazing.
Right, because here's the thing.
He looks like a contestant. He's dressed like a fucking contestant on like Flavor of Love.
Going back to what we do in the shadows, seeing a vampire do something funny can be funny even when the thing is like mundane or not necessarily that funny. Similarly, watching Arnold go like, this is so fucking messed up, guys, it made me laugh.
Yeah.
Because it was just such a weird thing for Arnold to say.
Right. Yeah. It's such a weird, it's playing with his image.
Yes.
Because
And it was
Arnold
fun.
has identifiable things we can play with that we sort of think about him, you know, unlike
Yeah.
hitmen, I guess.
He's wearing those funny glasses, you know?
Yeah. He's
he's
real
coaching
wacky.
a girl's field hockey team, which is just straight up a Jackie Daytona joke. It was volleyball, I guess. But the country singing part, like that's funny, not because it was well written, but because it's fun
Because
to
it's
watch
Arnold.
Arnold.
Because it's Arnold
Yeah.
singing. He does two different ones. He
Yeah.
sings a second one over the end credits, Dave. If you had watched long enough,
Oh, shit.
you are treated to a second full-length
That's
country
amazing.
western song sung by Arnold.
Right. To his credit, Arnold, who this is what I realized about Arnold, is he's only as, like, in terms of comedy, I think he's one of those guys who's only as good as, like, you know, if you have, Ivan Reitman, you know, like, you're going to get funny Arnold. Like, if you're working with Danny DeVito, you're going to get funny Arnold. Like, he's he's not a comedian and he knows it. So he trusts the comedians around him. And he clearly very enthusiastically made this movie.
Yeah.
You know, for what little time they had with him. I didn't get the sense that he was phoning it in at all. You know?
Not at all. No, he's giving it his all. It's just what he has isn't great material.
Yeah, he's not getting anything. And he does what he can with it, and he is genuinely like, he's just a funny asshole. Like, this made me go like, oh, I wish he played a funny asshole more.
Yeah.
You know?
This is Pumping Iron Arnold.
Yeah. He kind of reminded me of his Last Action Hero
Dressed like Fuckboy
self
Island.
a little bit.
A little?
Like, I really love when he plays himself in Last Action Hero, and he's like an asshole, you know? Like, I love...
well, he's kind of a dummy, yeah.
Yeah, I think Arnold... It's still in him to have like a really good comedy role that doesn't revolve around him being an action guy, to play like this, a prick.
Yeah. Just a real slick prick.
Yeah. Like he is very, like, I think I genuinely enjoy him in this movie. That is bad.
Yeah, I think so.
I think people were probably pissed because they advertised the movie around him.
No kidding, barely in it.
67 minutes, I believe, is
Yeah.
when he shows up, and it's not for very long. But again, they give him Master of Disguise shit, which at least is funny for Arnold, you know, the bit of that, oh, he could just put on a mask.
Right. You
It's playing off of who Arnold is, and like...
Yeah, the idea that this, like, thin 5'10" blonde woman will pull off her mask and suddenly she's bulky Arnold.
Right. But I have a pitch. You know, It's a funnier version?
What's that?
If they took Arnold and just put like a mustache or a wig on him and no one can tell.
Yeah, exactly.
That, like, you have it so that for some reason nobody in this universe can tell it's him, even though we all can obviously tell it's him. That's funny. Or that's a funnier use of this idea.
To me, that's a funnier version of that joke.
Yeah.
It's
Use
just
the
a
fact
chicken
that,
boo it. Just
yeah,
like-
exactly. Because Arnold famously is, as we've talked about, is like this giant Austrian man that everybody has to pretend
You can't
isn't.
hide him. Yeah, you have to pretend it's not insane that he's Howard fucking Langdon the mattress salesman.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, he should play amusing assholes more often. He gets crass, too. Like, he gets crass toward the end. That's
like
real
humps.
Pumping Iron Arnold.
It is. It really... he talks about how much this lady fucks him, and I was like, that's weird, Arnold.
Yeah.
He also says fuck more than I ever remember him saying.
Yeah, no, because that's the asshole part, right? Like, he's trying to... whether he knew this or the writing was smart enough to know this, like, you have to make Gunther unlikable.
Yeah.
As charming as Arnold is when he finally shows up. So yeah, I think that's what all that stuff is for, right? Him being
It's just
crass and
interesting
saying fuck a whole bunch in that way is making him unlikable.
Right. I don't even remember him saying fuck that much in, like, Predator. You know, like, he doesn't say fuck that much.
Doesn't he? I can't remember.
That's what I mean, is like, I don't know. I'm not saying he never says fuck.
No, of course
I'm
not.
just saying that in this movie, it felt like, whoa, he's saying fuck a lot.
You're right. It did kind of hit my ears weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. Fuck you, asshole. Is like,
right.
All-time Arnold line, but
very rarely, I feel like, does he say fuck in a lot of movies.
the fucking fonks in the blankets.
So hearing him like casually say fuck a lot.
Yeah,
weird.
like a Tarantino character.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's weird.
Weird.
That's all I got.
It's Gritty Arnold.
Gritty Arnold. Do you want to talk about Definitely Not Arnold?
Sure.
Our side characters?
Yeah, let's do it. Blake.
Yeah.
Blake Hammond, portrayed by Taron Killam. We've already said a lot about him.
That's the problem, is like all of this, I'm like, I just sort of went like, I just feel like they're not comedy, like writers doing improv comedy poorly. Bobby Moynihan as Donnie, probably the best of the cast in terms of comedy.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
of the hitmen.
There's Santa.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything about her. She was
She-
supposed to be like,
Yeah, she's the one that he falls in love with and then converts to Islam, and they get married
Right.
and have a child.
she doesn't really have much to do, does she?
She's like the most capable one.
Okay.
It's a very tropey deployment of your woman character to have her be the competent adult around
Right.
all these idiot man children.
Gabe, who's the hacker guy. We
Yeah,
talked
he's
about
there.
him. Ashley, the old guy. Again, we've done so many movies. We've done. Here's the old guy. Oh,
That's
and he
Applejack.
dies.
Come on. That's
Yeah.
Bottle Rocket.
Yeah.
Like Owen Wilson's big thing is I have these old pros and they're like fucking ancient,
Yeah.
and one of them has a heart attack.
Right. It can be funny.
It's
It just
very
wasn't
funny
in
in
this.
Bottle Rocket.
In this, it was like in the first interview, he has a heart attack, and I was like, oh, that's cute. I was
that's
still
good.
trying to be on the movie side.
Yeah.
And then they take him out of the hospital, and he immediately collapses.
Just
and I
dies.
was like, I get it.
Yeah.
Well, they do it 3 times. And then
That's
the third
right. They do
time,
it 3 times.
He's like, I really need you, and I'm like, yeah, he's gonna die in this scene, like right now, like, and then he does, and I was like, okay,
So yeah, that's what you said.
Crusher,
If we do the same
We're done.
joke louder.
yeah, Crusher with the crushing arm, which I
Yeah.
was like, what is this? Is this supposed to be like a Bond villain?
I guess, yeah. So I think that's where it was sort of like kind of blurring the line. It's like, well, hitmen, like Bond henchmen. It's like, well, that's
Right.
2 different things.
Yes,
I don't mind the idea of a bunch of different, like, oh, we've got the one odd job, and here's like the twins, and here's like the guy with poisons, and here's like the deadliest shot in the world. Like, you could do something with that. But they don't really commit to either one of those. So we just
Exactly.
sort of get this like weird half.
and it's like an
half-hearted effort.
orange, like weird glovey, where it's like that doesn't look like anything. It looks like something out of Spy Kids.
Yeah, it looks
It
like a
just looks-
Boston Dynamics thing.
Yeah. Yeah, if
Um,
they had like the sexy assassin who kills you with her legs, right? Like that's a stereotype.
somebody
and
who
then they
throws knives.
could- yeah,
you know.
they have a throwing poison guy.
Yeah.
It's like, huh?
Huh.
Isn't that all right? Wouldn't he be poisoning people? It doesn't matter. Mia and Beryl, the Russians. I saw potential, I guess, in them, but
They're
there
more
was
cute
nothing
than
really
anything.
there.
It's the same thing with Crusher. It's like a lot of jokes that I just sort of identified as, oh, that was a joke,
Yeah.
but didn't really laugh at. I liked Alison Tolman's performance of it.
Yes. I wrote down Max. I don't even know who Max is.
Max
'cause I
is
wrote
his
down
one
nothing
friend
about
who
him.
briefly shows up to be like, I have Gunther's location, and then he gets shot in the head by Arnold in that first warehouse scene.
Oh, that's another one. Is the very capable guy who dies immediately. That's
Yes.
another one we love. Because when he showed up and everybody's like, "I love this guy," it felt very like I think The Office had one of those guys. Like, there's always the guy where everybody's like, "He's the party guy. We all love him."
See, I didn't even
And then-
recognize it was that joke. They do it so poorly.
I know. And then I was like, "He's gonna die immediately, isn't he?"
I didn't get the sense that he was the best, like at all.
Yeah.
Like,
Lisa.
you should have had him like descend from a helicopter and be like ripped with a bandana and a machine gun and look like Rambo or some shit, or come like cartwheeling in, or like, be
Yeah, they-
cool and stuff. He's just like
Maybe
some
I'm wrong.
dude
Maybe
that
I'm
kind
doing-
of looks like Taron Killam.
Yeah, maybe I'm doing too much work for them. I just assumed
No, you're
that was the
probably
idea.
right. Like that is something that that is a joke that this type of movie would make for sure.
Yeah, and then I have Kobe Smothers as Lisa, ex-hitman, where it was like that felt like
I don't get the sense that she was ever a hitman.
Yeah, they try to give her like, it was one of those things where, again, it feels very, very like SNL, where it's like, now we need the romantic interest. And it felt like she was just there for that, to just be.
Yeah, she's a real weird character because she doesn't really, like, there's the reveal that Blake only wants to kill Gunther because she left him for Gunther, but they don't really resolve, like, it doesn't, she just sort of gets kidnapped at the end by Gunther, but like for very little purpose.
Right, and then they don't get back together. She just
No.
sees a new guy.
Yeah.
And it just felt sad for our main guy.
Yeah.
Like, it just felt like, it was like, maybe if I was laughing, I wouldn't care as much. But it was just like such a sad story of our main guy.
Yeah.
And her just, yeah.
Or if he was a worse dude, because we don't like him less than Gunther at that point.
Right.
Like at that point, you're like, man, Gunther kind of sucks. Like I know they kind of picked this fight, but Gunther's an asshole.
Right. It just I didn't like anybody, really.
Yeah. It's hard to like anybody in this movie.
Is there any I missed? Because I definitely stopped writing down notes for these people because I was like, this is just, I'm the fight is coming right out of me.
I mean, they had that wacky gun store guy who turns out to
ended up
be
being
Gunther in
Gunther.
disguise.
Yeah.
It's another Dragon Ball Z voice actor. He plays Piccolo, apparently.
It's weird that there's that many Dragon Ball Z voice actors.
I
in this.
imagine Taron Killam's a Dragon Ball Z fan.
Yeah.
Vanity
Sure.
project, like we said.
Yeah. I also, it's like again, nothing against these actors, but I didn't really recognize most of them. And I was like, I feel like he just got the people who would be in it. Where it's like, you've been
That's
on
true.
SNL, and I'm not recognizing many SNL people in this, huh? That says something to me about your time at SNL and maybe perhaps how well you got along with people.
It seems like you were friends with Bobby Moynihan.
Yeah, I'm just like, huh.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know this guy. I'm just judging him from this movie.
No,
But
nothing.
I'm just like,
it's weird that you would have two Dragon Ball Z people in the same movie.
yeah. it
Odd
is weird.
coincidence. Not impossible.
Do we want to get into the most Arnold?
Yeah, definitely. What did you have flagged?
Well, there's the pumping irons I wrote where I was like, he's pumping iron Arnold or Predator behind the scenes Arnold, and that fundamentally just him bullying them. And then very obviously they give him a bunch of lines at the end where he goes, "You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm right here. Kill me." And I
Kill
was like,
me
yeah,
now.
Yeah,
sort
you're
of
right.
him.
I identified a specific moment in the montage of pumping iron pranks. And that's when he's behind the pillar giggling at the old man dying. The old man who used to be his mentor.
That is pretty good.
He's like,
Ashley's having a heart attack again. Look at him die.
and he's dressed like Mike TV from Willy Wonka. Like that
just
is
giving him weird shit.
right. Yeah, that is the most Arnold thing, to be giggling at his mentor having a heart attack while dressed like
Yeah.
Mike TV.
I have surpassed you, old man. Look at you. You are dying now. Ha ha. Look at Ashley. Yeah, he's old. He's too old now. He's too old.
I think that's it. It like, listen, I grew up on Arnold, so I'm biased, but I don't think there's been a single movie we covered where I'm like, I hate him in this. Like, he comes out of this still clean to me, where I'm like,
Even all the way back in the running of the Beefcakes, man.
yeah,
And that Jeff Bridges movie, whatever that was called.
God, yeah. It's like, it's fine. He's, you know what? I mean, Hercules in New York, you watch that and you're like, it's Arnold. He's great.
Yeah, he's Arnold.
I mean, he's not great, but I love him. Like, it's just,
But it's uniquely terrible.
yeah. It's just I get watching Hercules in New York and going like, this guy might be a star because like he's kind of like, I get it. I see the charm.
I get
He's
it.
not good, but
He's not good, but maybe we can teach him something.
he's got, and no offense to a much better, I would argue, is a objectively better actor. No offense to either people, but he's kind of a Channing Tatum, where you're like, this guy feels like he's just kind of like a golden retriever. Like,
Yeah.
like I get him.
No, I
He's
get-
fun.
Yeah.
Taters has since been like, but I can do like real dramas, and I guess so can Arnold.
Yeah.
but obviously,
I think they've both demonstrated that there's depth to their charisma,
yeah,
but they also definitely have a magnetism.
yeah,
Both of them, for sure.
and they can both play good villains. I think Arnold still has a better villain in him, like the Terminator, obviously famous villain,
Pretty iconic.
but it's sort of hinged on him not acting.
That's true. It
Yeah.
hinges on him being an emotionless robot.
Right after watching what's it called, the plane crash one.
Yeah.
And then this, I'm like, I think he could play like a real prick, like a guy you really don't like.
And then that Den of Thieves knockoff, where he
Right.
was obviously
Yeah.
originally the villain.
Right. Like, I think he could really, I feel like he hasn't quite gotten one yet. Like, I don't think he's gotten a good one. And I don't know if he ever will. Like, I think
He might
maybe
not,
they'll
I
make
don't
him
know.
a villain of a Fast and the Furious if they still make those.
Yeah. I think they're doing one more.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, the last one ended on the side of a dam that was exploding, so
yeah,
I guess
think
technically
we gotta
they need to
wrap
make
that
another.
one up. Yeah, I gotta know what happens there. Anyway.
I didn't even Mission Impossible masks. I'm just going with 0. I didn't even give it
Zero fucking Mission Impossible masks, man. This movie sucks. I hate it.
Don't watch this movie, folks. It's really hard to watch.
Yeah, I'd be more forgiving of it if it wasn't just so casually racist. It's like,
Right,
okay, man, this is gross.
Yeah, there were points like, so if you wanted to skip to about 60-ish minutes and just watch Arnold, like that's what if I was watching this movie casually, I might have done that. Also, after his initial scene, I literally had this moment where I was like, can I shut it off? Like,
yeah.
Maybe I can shut it off, but I was like, I should probably keep watching it to see how it ends because that's my job. But like, long 90 minutes, very long.
It's a very long 90 minutes. A vanity project that just isn't very funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get back in our fucking whatever we decided our DeLorean was.
Yeah, our cool Lorian. And our next episode, which will be our last for a while, is Terminator Dark Fate.
What? Oh, already?
Yeah.
Man. Coming
I'm
to an end.
genuinely excited for that one.
Me too. It's been a while. I'm excited to revisit it.
Yep. Third best Terminator film.
In my memory, that's true.
I like Terminator 3 a lot, but
Mhm.
I think objectively speaking, Dark Fate is probably the third best Terminator film. In terms of like...
In my memory, that's correct, but I'm interested to revisit it.
It's Deadpool,
It is. It's the Deadpool director. That's correct.
and it's very well directed, and I think we'll talk about it more, but I remember the action being particularly awesome. Like, it still suffers from, we need to bring back Linda Hamilton syndrome, where they're like, we need to bring back the people, like, it's the soft reboot or legacy reboot problem of this current era, you know? Nothing against Linda Hamilton. I love her.
Yeah, of
But
course.
it definitely is a product of that, you know?
Yeah. Man, there are some cool sequences in that movie. I'm excited to see it again.
Me too. Until next time, Norm from Cheers, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Our beautiful Patreon producer. We could have done it without you. This was, as I mentioned, through our Patreon, patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. If you clack that in the old clackboard, you get access for just $5 a month to a bunch of exclusive podcasts like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, the entirety of Fox Mulder is a Maniac, unless he shows up in the revival, then we'll have to do some episodes.
It's true.
What else? Spiel Boys, Star Trek: The Next Futurama, Himboos, our supernatural podcast. For an additional $5 on top of that $5, equaling a total of $10, you get access to our movie nights every Friday, where we watch movies every Friday. That's what it sounds like. On our Discord, we watch several movies. We're pals. We have fun.
We talk
fun.
over them. We
over
celebrate friendship. It's
them. Yeah,
delightful.
we share secrets.
We do. So many secrets.
Yeah.
Other people's secrets.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We just fucking air out all the dirty laundry we got.
Mm-hmm. We dox
Right.
people.
We don't do that. Legally speaking, we don't do any of that.
No,
It's
we
fine.
don't do that. Sorry.
We show pictures of our penises.
We also have a store. Head over to gamefullyunemployed.com. You can find a link to our Teespring store. We have all kinds of cool original artwork by cool original artists like Michael Vincent Bramley, Starlene Hodge, Justin Brown, and others. Check that out. Please rate and review our podcast wherever you're listening. Check out our other show feed, Badical, Badical, also wherever you're listening. And let's just hit Himboos again. There's a brand new Supernatural watch along.
They're
Give that a listen on our
lovely
Patreon.
himboos. Yeah,
Our gorgeous, gorgeous Himboos.
we love them. We love them more than anything.
Definitely more than this movie.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right, later.
Bye.
Australia.